Well, the key number that was expected to come in on Wednesday was the US CPI inflation number, which has come in at its highest level since June of 1982. It's coming at 7% and it's pretty much along expected lines. So no surprises there. But markets have been in the green. They've responded well to this number. They've actually digested this number quite well. And two reasons possibly. One is, of course, that the Federal Reserve chairman on Tuesday testified before the Senate, stating that inflation will be a key on the radar of the Federal Reserve when it tackles both liquidity as well as interest rates going forward. So that could be what the market has already anticipated. And the second is the number was along expected lines. So most likely the market had already factored the number in, and anything higher than that would have been adverse for markets. When we look at how the Dow performed, it was up around 0.1% in trade yesterday. The S&P 500 was up over 0.25% in trade, and the Nasdaq was up also just below 0.25% in trade yesterday. When we look at how Europe was doing, European markets gained as well despite the high inflation. Mind you, last week European inflation too came at an all-time high of 5%. The DAX though continued to gain. It was up 0.4%. The FTSE 100 too was up 0.8%, and the CAC 40 was up around 0.75% in trade, while the stock 600 was up 0.2%. So pretty much secular in the green. And so were Asian markets yesterday. The Nikkei was up almost 2%, and the Hang Seng was up over 2.5%, with the Kospi also up over 1.5% at close yesterday. However, when we look at it today, Asian markets look quite mixed, with the Nikkei down around 0.8% as we speak. The Shanghai absolutely flat, down 0.1%. The Hang Seng is up over 0.5%, and so is the ASX 200, while the Kospi is down 0.1%. So really mixed bag when we look at how Asia is doing in early trade today morning. When we look at commodities, first let's look at the SGX Nifty. The SGX Nifty is up as well in early trade today. It's up around 0.75% in early trade today. We move on to commodities. Oil has hit a 2-month high. In fact, it's been rising this week as well.